Civil Administrator Vice Admiral Ibok-Ete Ibas has defied a court order by unilaterally appointing 23 local government administrators. This move has been condemned by various groups, including lawyers, civil society organizations, and the Pan-Niger Delta Forum. The Rivers State Supreme Court had earlier issued a restraining order against Ibas from appointing administrators until the next general election. Despite this, Ibas proceeded with the appointments, drawing heavy criticism from those who believe that his actions are an attempt to consolidate power and undermine democratic institutions in Rivers State. Lawyers Mohammed Abeni and Benjamin Umukoro argue that the appointment is illegal and constitutes a contempt of court. They point to the court order and the fact that Ibas had disobeyed multiple court judgments regarding the local government elections. They also contend that the appointment violates the principle of separation of powers and undermines the judiciary's authority. Furthermore, civil society organizations like the Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education has condemned the appointment as a violation of constitutional principles and due process. They believe that the administration is acting arbitrarily and the people of Rivers State deserve a more representative government. The South-South Zone chairman of the Pan-Niger Delta Elders Forum, Chief Anap Saraibe, has also expressed his disapproval of the appointment. He asserts that Ibas has no legal right to be in the position and that his actions are illegal. He believes that the sole administrator was sent to Rivers State for a specific assignment and that his current actions are in the benefit of those who sent him. They argue that his disregard for the court order and his attempt to undermine democratic institutions pose a serious threat to Rivers State stability and progress. Now this brings us to the last conversation that we had, because now they are alleging that there have been series of restraining orders and that Ibas has not obeyed any one of them. Now the question is with regards to Rivers State emergency rule, it's one thing to take the federal government to court and another thing to take Ibas
to court. God
bless you. Now the question would be, did Ibas approve
of the people that took him to court?
Because there is a Supreme Court precedence. Before you take a sole administrator to court, a sole administrator will have to approve.
How can somebody sign his own death warrant?
So now, the interesting thing is this. One would hold Ibas liable if he approved of it.
Yes.
And he is
also disobeying
the restraining order.
Yes.
But now he is a respondent in the matter.
Yes.
Did he approve of that move?
No, he didn't.
According to Supreme Court
No, he
judgment.
didn't. That is why before I dive into that, I want to commend you for your eloquence this morning, as always, because they are long read. Because our viewers don't know what goes on in the studio. So I commend you, and it is really apt. I was just poking my head according to the Igbo people when you're reading. So it is not easy. I know it's your job, but even when your wife cooks a good soup, you must commend her so that she will do better.
Thank you.
So be that as it may, the people that are taking Ibas to court, lacks the locus. And the man, I have said it time without number, that the man was seated in his house enjoying his retirement. When he is not the person that engineered the crisis in Rivers State. He did not meddle in the affairs of Martin Samuel, Nyesom Wike, and Fobara. He is not the person that advised Fobara to be flagrantly disobeying court orders in Rivers State. So the man was in his house and drawn only to be a placeholder until peace returns. And I have said it also. There is some portion of this particular read that talks about that he is called to come and he should start peace mediation. It is not in the place of Ibas to constitute a peace committee. The Rivers people should get that, because tomorrow now they will be accusing him. Peradventure, I've been saying it on ATN Open Conversation. I've said it on your sister radio station and some other radio stations that from what I am seeing, Laurentia, there will be an extension of this state of emergency. You can take it to the bank.
Say that?
Why I say that is because of what you're hearing. South PANDEF, this one PANDEF, everybody is still fighting the legality or illegality of what, but we are here. Once we are here already, can we remedy it? Can we expend all these energies in trying to, form committees, reach out and reach truths within 3 months? And Mr. President said it emphatically that as soon as, even the Constitution 305C, say that when the President says that there is seemingly normalcy returning wherever state of emergency is being declared, he will write to the National Assembly and they will call it off. So the onus lies on us, Rivers people. But if we continue in the manner and trajectory in which we are for the past 1 month, it's going to 1 month. We have not started anything. People are still calling. I heard Ada George making a statement that you are still, there is a blame game. People are still taking sides in what we are in. I don't know whether we are serious people. We are here already. This energy you're spending in going to, and we remember that the Attorney General and Chief Justice of the Federation has taken a stand already. The person that is going to defend the federal government has already taken a stand. The court you are going to challenge is also the Constitutional Court that interpreted the outcome of 2023 general elections, interpreted the forgery and the accusations leveled against Mr. President. I don't know whether the court you are going is you are going to the United Nations or ECOWAS court. So can Rivers people, can the elders, you have mentioned the elders forum, stakeholders, PANDEF, this and that, can we make sure that Fubara, goes out? Remember early this year or last year, I said that Nyesom Wike is in the position of strength. Fubara is in the position of weakness. Immediately after the Supreme Court made that judgment in February, I said it here. If you recall, I made that statement that similarly Fubara is now in the position of weakness. He has to reach out. There is no time Nyesom Wike will go to Fubara and start asking him, can we reconcile? It is abnormality. But it behoves on him to go out. And those people who have made mistakes, as human beings, we make mistakes. Those people who has hitherto said, and the enemy of my friend is now my friend. Those people who has had a stand, may God raise his soul, even the Pa Edwin Clark, who is lying and waiting to be committed to the Mother Earth. Everybody took sides because you don't like the countenance of Wike. You don't like Wike. Is liking Wike or disliking him, does it change the law? Does not change the law. Did the governor follow the due process of the law? The answer is no. So we have arrived here. Can we allow all the things that fly in the night to be regarded as mosquito? But till this time, Laurentia, Rivers people are still divided. Opinions are still divided. They are now, the attention has shifted to Ibas. Wike came in last Sunday. And the thing is that now he visited, what do you call it, Ibas. He went to London. Is that where we are? We want to return to constitutional democracy. Is it not why I'm here now struggling to say whether Ibas is right in making an appropriation or not, in reconstituting this one? If we still have our Fubara now, will I be struggling to make those? We say, okay, Fubara, go and face. I know you have said a lot of things about Martin Samuel, but man up and go and meet him. Rolenshi, I can tell you for free that while Fubara was suspended, is because if he has taken the initiative as a politician immediately to go and present that, but he was wallowing in self-pity and shame. Egocentrism, meism, ego. I cannot go and face Martin Samuel, but you must face him. Whether you return in the next 6 months or they slam another 6 months. Because the Constitution stated that there will be I was thinking it was 3 months, Laurentia. The Constitution said initial 6 months and another 6 months. That is what the Constitution says in section 103. Go and read it.
With regards to this.
With regards to extension of state of emergency. So I am saying it that Rivers people will have an ample time. Whether you have Hideto belong to Fobara, or to Martin Samehule, or to Nyesom Wike, it is time to shift our source. It is time to mend fences. And these Rivers people who have been called Rivers first, is it only on the lips? Our ego should be cut down. We should go, those elders, those traditional rulers, those factional, regional and community people that have taken sides, can we reconcile and say we have made mistakes? Fobara is the son of Rivers. Nyesom Wike is the son of Rivers. Members of the House of Assembly, like somebody was asking, even Ibas is paying the workers. Are they not Rivers indigenes? Or paying taxpayers in River State? You are talking about appointment of sole administrators in River State. Did anybody come from Kaduna? Are they not Rivers indigenes? That within these 6 months, let them even see water to drink. Hence, Fobara didn't favor them. Nyesom Wike, they can't meet Nyesom Wike. They are not career politicians, so to say. They don't have the clout to go and contest election. They have been shoved off from the two parties. Now, fortune is smiling on them. That is how life is. Life can meet you at any point to change the narrative of your life. So, Ibas is 100%. Laurentia, listen to me. Ibas is 110% to appoint these people. They are not answering any name. Local government administrators. The career civil servants are there. They will only be the eyes of Ibas.
Now they are saying that the 23 local government administrators, the appointment of 23 local government administrators is against the Supreme Court judgment.
No, we are not talking about Supreme Court here, because we have clearly stated that the constitution is suspended in River State. We should get that clearly. And this man has to look for, see, an emergency rule I defined yesterday in your sister radio station is using every means possible to return to normalcy. So Ibas have to do whatever he has to do in order to make sure that the wheel of progress, maintaining law and order, and governance is moving on smoothly. Okay, will he be everywhere to be going to supervise the jobs going on? Those local governments have all those contracts Fobara has scattered all over going on to oversee and report back to him. And that is where I say, but Rivers people should forget who was right or wrong. And let us, these energies we are spending, let us use it to constitute committees and begin to, go to Fobara and the Wike to make sure that peace is achieved.
Now, to a large extent, from the body language, so far.
I have not seen anything.
So far, what you have spoken about is the body language of the stakeholders.
Yes.
Now, I am looking at the River State House of Assembly and the governor. From the body language of these two parties, because you mentioned the FCT minister, you talked about PANDEF, you talked about different stakeholders,
yes.
But when you are looking at the nitty-gritty of this crisis, yes, it is between the governor and the House of Assembly.
Yes.
Now, between these two parties, so far from the body language you've observed in River State, do you see the possibility of mending fences?
No, I tell you that we are in for another 6 months. Because now it is clear that
when you say we are in for another 6 months, if we are to analyze this politically, yes, now, if one is saying we are in for another 6 months, it will not be to the favor of the governor. Now, because if the state of emergency is extended to another 6 months, as it were, campaigns have started already. I mean, people who want to be the next governor have started making moves. People who want to be in certain political parties,
positions,
and positions have already started cross-carpeting. There are alignments and realignments right now in River State. And as it were, if the state of emergency is extended, by the time it expires, political parties would have done their primaries.
No, I tell you for free.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Political party would have done their primaries, and then where does that leave the governor? Okay, the APP.
Fobara is not APP. Fobara is already contempted with his name, his governor as a nomenclature attached to his name. this is what he never dreamt of. He's not among the political bourgeois and the politically exposed persons we have in River State. He's not what we are even thinking. It's just that fortune smiled on you. And when fortune smiled on you, look at something given to you on a platter and given his own countenance. As a gentleman, he prized himself to be. I don't think Fobari is sticking his neck out for another term or wanting to struggle to become a governor, because if he did so till now, he couldn't have poached one of the 27 assembly members to his side. I don't know how you can categorize him as a politician. So, but from what I have seen, your question ab initio, what I have seen is that the gap between the governor meeting the House of Assembly members and the assembly members meeting the governor is still like between daylight and the night, because they have not even started any move. As we speak, assembly members are in the United Kingdom undergoing a training and seminar. And the governor has not even started any initiative. Look at where he
any initiative or any move
now to go and made fences. But he had that ample opportunity smiling to him, given to him on a platter by the Supreme Court. Just go and present this thing and everybody will forget about what has happened yesteryears.
All right, very well. Very quickly, let us